The overall scope of the project included two components. The first was to create new space for our operating fire crews with a completely new structure. The second component was to renovate our historic 1901 fire building to make it functional for administrative offices.
The new spaces are the new apparatus bay where all their fire equipment sets for their day-to-day use. The upstairs of the addition is where their living quarters, kitchen, and day-to-day office pieces. In the existing building, the downstairs, which was their old apparatus bay to start with, is where some of their spare pieces are stored and their rescue boats. And then the upstairs of the old portion is their administrative offices for the Davenport Fire Department.
They all relate to the creative ideas that Bush Construction was able to bring to us in order to solve problems. So when we faced an issue, for example, in our old 1901 building, we had an original brick wall. What do we do with that brick wall? We were ready to cover it up. And until they creatively said, let's try to clean it, let's see what we can do with it. And we ended up with one of the most remarkable assets in the old building in that original 1901 brick wall.
The biggest challenge was working in an occupied facility. We had to make sure at all times that we kept all the egress areas open for the fire trucks to get out if there was a fire call. We couldn't block it with equipment or tools or anything like that. And then also people were still living here in the facility, so we had to be cautious of noise and dust and things like that throughout the project.
Some of the interesting technologies we used on this project include just standard BIM coordination. We coordinated all of the trades. We also used laser scanning. We scanned the old building to really know what kind of pieces and parts we have, as obviously as-builts for a 1901 building aren't great. So the laser scanning, working with Multivista also really helped. That full package we were able to just recently turn over to the owner, and they're really going to use it in terms of finding VAV boxes and all these kind of things that you otherwise don't see above the ceiling.
Coming here to do this project for the city and for the Davenport Fire Department in particular is you realize the scope and breadth of what they do, and seeing what their old facility was like and then comparing it to what they have now to operate out of, that was tremendous.
The greatest asset for this project was when Bush came on board. Bush Construction brought innovative thinking. They listened to us, which was so important. They made sure that we got in this building what we needed, but also what we wanted. They controlled our budget that brought us in under budget. They became our friends, and they were here every day. Every member of their team became a member of the fire department family in listening to us, understanding our needs, and then responding to those needs from beginning to end.